Hey there, I'm Illurian. This is my guide to floor 33 in Abyss. Here I'll share some strategies and my setup that I use, and hopefully that'll help you clear it. A little disclaimer here, I'm on the global server, so the temperature isn't very high. The clip that you'll see in just a minute was recorded in the Red Lotus Abyss, so there's that. But chances are, if you're in Myriad, you won't need to be watching this video anyway. Alright, so let's start with the setup. Divine Prayer is a must-have. She basically solos the entire floor. So if you don't have her, farm her up as quickly as possible. As you can see, my Divine Prayer is rank SS, but rank S would work perfectly fine as well. Moving on to our equipment, my Divine Prayer is using Mjolnir pistols, but I don't actually use the active in floor 33, so you certainly don't need it. Water Spirit Type 1 pistols or any 3-star pistol would work perfectly fine as well. For the Stigmatas, as you can see, I'm using Elizabeth Bathory set. While the 3-piece bonus doesn't actually add DPS, the recovery really helps DP sustain through the bleed and keep above 80% HP for the piece bonuses. It's a 3-star Stigmata set, so it's really easy to get and very free to play friendly. So the second Valkyrie that I would highly recommend is Yamabuki Armor. Her shield prevents you from being knocked back in the event that you mistime your ultimate evasion, and also adds that much more survivability. My Yamabuki Armor is only rank A, so that's actually more than enough. So Yamabuki's equipment doesn't really matter too much, as you're not going to actually be actively using her too often. I use Markov Type A cannon as the weapon, doesn't really matter too much. And for the Stigmatas, I'm using the Elizabeth Bathory top, Charlemagne mid, and bot. I prefer to use Roland bot instead, but I don't have that Stigmata right now, so oh well. Either way, the defense boost you get from those Stigmas don't actually matter, as my Yamabuki armor is only rank A. Rank S is when her defense actually does make a difference to her shields, because of the passive she gets. The last Valkyrie of my lineup is Lightning Empress. Honestly, I only use her for her leader skill, to give Divine Prayer a boost for the team being mono-psychic. You'll see that I do throw her in for the odd QTE or ultimate, but not really much more than that. Lightning Empress doesn't actually make or break your team, so don't worry if you haven't gotten her. Many Valkyries can fill this spot, such as Night Moonbeam or Valkyrie Triumph. But yeah, I'd use Yamabuki Armor as the leader if you're not running Lightning Empress though. My Lightning Empress is equipped with Pulse Katana Type 17, so nothing fancy. It's for the active to slow targets, activating her passive. For Stigmata, I use the Nikola Tesla set to boost her lightning damage. So all 3-star equipment as you can see, so nothing fancy and very free to play friendly. Before the fight, make sure that you don't have a frailty potion on you, and use a vitality potion. I would also use a fortitude potion if you have it, because chances are it's probably trapped. Alright, let's hop into the fight here. So I'm swapping to Divine Prayer immediately. Make sure you dodge that first attack, and just ult because you're using a fortitude vitality potion anyway. So just keep comboing and to break that shield down. Make sure you do a little dodge at the end of your last hit of your combo attack so that you skip the animation of the recoil that she has. Now that I broke her shield, I swap in Lightning Empress for the QTE and for an ultimate, just because it's going to regenerate anyway, so it would be a waste not to use it. I then swap back to Yamabuki for the QTE, but it doesn't matter, it hits the shield. And back to DP, and just keep doing your thing. Make sure you do not get caught in this ultimate. This ultimate really hurts, so make sure you keep an eye on where Bronya is at all times. Also, keep trying to dodge Ganesha's attacks so that you keep him in time lock for as much as possible. Always dodge Bronya's attacks. Keep both of them in time lock as much as you can. So here I'm just breaking the shield again. Swapping into the QTE and ultimate. I got a bit greedy there, I was trying to hit Bronya for the chance of proccing her passive, but I shouldn't have. The last hit of her ultimate didn't hit. Alright, when it goes into this dark phase, Bronya will do two attacks, well, two types of attacks. One is a low attack and one's a high attack. The low attack you need to dodge immediately to ultimate evade, and the high attack, this is the high attack, you need to wait a second before dodging. Make sure that you dodge these attacks because you can add a lot of DPS to her in this phase, if not you'll just be wasting time and bleeding out. I missed that dodge there. Also dodge Ganesha when you can, of course. For the ultimate, run up to her, keep hitting her. As you can see, my HP is not really going down, and that's partly because of the Elizabeth Bathory 3-set. It recovers 6% of your HP, I believe, so that's a really nice amount. You can also dodge those bombs, but I wouldn't recommend it because it messes up the timing on the cannon dodge. Of course, if you don't have a choice, dodge it. Yeah. Yeah, I was just trying to burst her down. If you can see well, there are two number floaters every time I'm hitting her. That's because Bronya and Ganesha both actually have two hitboxes. For Bronya, it's Bronya herself and Bunny, and for Ganesha, it's his head and his body. So if you have big AoE attacks, it'll hit them both twice. There's a lot of damage that you can just do in this dark attack because if you constantly dodge her, it's perfect. The timing on that roll from Ganesha can be a bit tricky because it's longer than what you're used to on Wendy. But once you learn it, it's easy to dodge. And I missed two dodges there, of course. As you can see, there are two number floaters every time I hit Ganesha because of the two hitboxes. Dodge Ganesha in the roll, it'll slow him down, and with Yamabuki armor you won't be knocked back every time you hit him while he's in that rolling animation. It works perfectly fine until your shield's broken. Once your shield's broken, then you'll have a bit more issues with hitting him while he's rolling. The fight is much easier once Bronya's dead, as you can see. So just keep dodging his attacks and slowly poke him down. If your shield is broken, it might be an idea to swap Velks, just so that you give Divine Prayer the chance to regain her shield. Here I just swapped in Lightning Empress just for the ultimate. And yeah, now that that's done, Divine Prayer has her shield back. I think it takes about 6 seconds for the shield to regenerate, so it's really not long at all. camera positioning is pretty important here as well, as you want to keep an eye on both bosses for as much as you can. And there we go. It's easy peasy. Alright, that was it. Hope that was helpful for you, and that you'll get that clear. Once you've cleared it once, you'll be able to constantly clear it, as it somehow instantly becomes tons easier. Please like and comment on all that pizzazz. This is my first video, so let me know if it was too long or too short, or if my explanations were too in-depth or too vague, or if you hate my voice. But yeah, thank you for watching, and take care.